Once upon a time, America's money was made of gold and silver. Every coin had weight, every dollar had meaning, and the idea of printing money out of thin air would have sounded insane. But over time, that changed. The paper replaced the coin, then the credit card replaced the paper. Now, most money doesn't even exist. It's just numbers on a screen. Yet, in quiet corners of America, that old system still lives on. There are states where people are quietly bringing back gold and silver as real money. Not collectibles, not investments, but as currency. Today, we're exploring the states where you can still pay with gold and silver, and why some Americans believe it's the only way to stay free in a collapsing financial system. When money was real. For most of America's history, the dollar was backed by precious metals. A $20 bill wasn't just paper. It represented a fixed amount of gold held in a vault. It was simple, stable, and unchangeable. That all changed in 1971 when President Nixon officially took the US off the gold standard. From that moment, money became what the government said it was, and nothing more. Inflation began to climb. Debt exploded, and the dollar slowly started losing its meaning. But some Americans didn't forget the old ways. They started asking, what if we just went back? The first rebel state, Utah. In 2011, Utah became the first state to make gold and silver coins legal tender again. That means, under state law, you can actually pay for goods and services using precious metal coins issued by the US Mint. It doesn't mean every grocery store takes gold eagles, but it means you can, if both parties agree. Even more interesting, Utah banned capital gains taxes on gold and silver. That made it possible for people to save in real metal, not just digital dollars. To this day, Utah is quietly leading a sound money movement that's spreading across the country. The movement spreads Wyoming, Texas, and Tennessee. After Utah, other states began to follow. Wyoming passed a law in 2018 that recognized gold and silver as money, not just commodities. It also exempted them from taxes, effectively re-legalizing them as usable currency. Then Texas went even further. Texas built its own gold depository, a state-run vault where citizens can store their metal, and even use it to settle payments digitally. You can literally move money from one gold account to another without ever touching a dollar. And in Tennessee, lawmakers recently passed a bill declaring that the state will begin studying the use of alternative currencies for trade. In short, the groundwork is being laid for a quiet revolution. These states aren't rejecting America. They're rebuilding it from the inside out. Why people are doing it? The motivation behind all this isn't nostalgia. It's survival. Every year the dollar buys less. Groceries, homes, gas, everything costs more. People are starting to realize that fiat currency, money created from nothing, always ends the same way, with collapse. By going back to gold and silver, they're trying to build something stable, local, and real. It's not about getting rich, it's about freedom. From inflation, from banks, from centralized control. And in many of these communities, using metal for trade isn't just legal, it's symbolic. It's a quiet form of rebellion. How it actually works. Thanks to new technology, using gold and silver as money has never been easier. Companies like Goldback are printing actual thin gold notes, each one containing small amounts of gold you can hold and spend. In Utah and Nevada, local shops are already accepting them. A coffee might cost 1 goldback, a lunch maybe 5. There are even mobile apps tied to the Texas depository where you can send gold electronically to another user in seconds. The digital version of a gold coin handshake. The system is small now, but it's growing quietly, just like the early internet once did. What the future could look like? Imagine a future where your savings can't be devalued overnight, where trade happens directly between people, not through banks, where money actually means something again. It sounds old-fashioned, but in a world of unlimited debt, maybe that's exactly what's revolutionary. In a country where money has become virtual, volatile, and valueless, some Americans are quietly returning to the real thing. Maybe they're not running from the future, maybe they're building a better one.